So, I bet you thought with the new administration coming in and it's the end of the year, there wouldn't be much going on at City Council. Well, you would be wrong. Instead of just one council meeting in December, we now have two. Inflation and rising costs are hammering our utilities, just like I'm hearing from you about the rising costs of living at your house. Staff analysis suggests that we must increase water and sewer rates to cover the increase in costs that they're experiencing. I know, this is not what any of us wants to hear. But when comparing our rates to the rest of Hamilton County, we are still the lowest, cheapest, best, you pick the word, in all of Hamilton County. Since this will be going to the Finance Committee, which meets on December 14th, I will be looking for any chance to tier the rate, or tier the increase, or even reduce it. And be assured, I will be making further comments as I learn more. Seems like just yesterday when we bit the bullet and introduced citywide trash and recycling services, which, by the way, every municipality in Hamilton County now does, or at least has a proposal in place. But our contract ends next month. So a request for bids was announced this summer with Republic, Priority Waste, and Waste Management companies responding. The next step is the Board of Public Works will analyze the bids and recommend a winner to City Council, and then Council will either adopt or reject the rates. Now, I'm also aware that there was an alternative bid, and that was to convert all of the current existing trash trucks to electric vehicle trucks. The bidders showed the need for a large upfront investment, but it would have been borne by the Carmel customers. So while I'm in favor of doing things that we can to protect our environment, I cannot support residents funding a move to electric vehicles at this time. You probably read about a $450 million investment in Carmel for two new projects being proposed by private developers at our November council meeting. The Valentina would be built where the warehouses sit just south of Tarkington Theater on 3rd Avenue Southwest, and the second is a restart of the Gramercy project that was originally proposed several seasons ago. Gramercy is the apartment complex at Keystone and 126th Street. The normal procedure would be to hear a presentation about what the projects are to full council and then send the projects to committee for further study. But unknown to any of us, a councilor out of the blue decided to kick it to the curb and let the newly elected council deal with the subject. Mayor-elect Finkham tried to make the point it is our job to handle projects as presented, but a vote was taken to table and the motion carried. Now, I think I know what some of you are probably thinking. Kill the projects, as we have too many apartments and too much development as it is. I'm receiving your messages, but it is only in committee where we can thoughtfully discuss the details of these projects and hear from affected parties, weigh the pros and cons, and even modify the project. So, I'm betting we will see a motion to override the delay so that we can do our job and do it now. The continuing debate over park impact fees hit the news recently. So as you weigh what you're hearing and reading and thinking about these fees that are paid by developers, I thought it might be helpful to get another perspective. I have included a link where Mayor Brainerd explains the why behind using impact fees for urban green spaces in Carmel's core. Now, I view this as a philosophical position. It's not illegal or unethical as some are claiming. But with a new mayor and a new council, I fully expect there will be lively discussions around this whole topic on how to handle future projects. Well, that's the video portion of my newsletter. So if you're only seeing the video and you don't have my newsletter, you're really missing out. Go to jeff4carmel.com and sign up for my monthly newsletter, because ultimately my job is to hear you. So let's chat.